now it's, oh, I'm a and now I'm a gold digger, now I'm this and I'm that. But you want me to give you the most vulnerable part of myself, right? Whenever super hot. Yes, sir. Welcome back to another video, you guys. So as you can see today, I'm switching it up again. Every time you come here, it's something different, but I'm switching it up again because I really felt something in my spirit to make this video. Like, I really felt a calling to make this video because I just see a lot of back and forth all the time on the internet about, oh, what a woman's role should be in a relationship. Oh, should women be doing this? Should women be doing that? Gold digger this, that, this, that. And I just wanted to give y'all like my take on what I think, or what works for me. And like, okay, let me say it this way. I want to give you guys like a take on what I think a healthy relationship should look like, and what I think that a man's role should be in a relationship. So let's just get right into it. So first of all, the first thing that I want to say before I start any of this is, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I don't even know why you keep coming back and why you keep clicking on my video every week if you're not going to subscribe to my channel. Like, if you haven't clicked out of it, then why aren't you subscribed? You don't know either, right? Okay. So the first thing that I want to say about this is that there are multiple dynamics that you can have in a relationship. You got the men out there that feel like women should be making all the money, they should be taking care of the men, and the men shouldn't have to do anything. You got those dynamics and those work. And then you have people who feel like everything should be 50-50. You know, the woman works, she brings in half of the income, the man works, he brings in half of the income, and they both pay the bills. That's cool too. And then you have people who feel like the man should be the provider and women should take care of the house and the home, and they take care of all the bills and all of this other stuff, right? So I think with that being said, we have to all understand that like relationship dynamics are subjective and circumstantial. There is no one way that everyone's relationship should work because we all come from different backgrounds, cultural backgrounds, environments, and all that stuff all contribute to what we like in a relationship, what we're willing to accept and what we're not willing to accept. So with that being said, I think that this is what I really want to touch on. I think that it's really wrong for men to bash women who feel like men should be providers. Like, I really feel like that's wrong. And I see a lot of men on the internet talking about women are leechers, women are gold diggers. You feel like all you bring is, okay. Actually, I'm trying not to curse because I want my video to get out there. So I'm not going to say the word that I'm going to say. I'm going to say, basically men are saying like women shouldn't feel like all they have to bring is kitty to the relationship for them to be like actually bringing something to the table. I think that's wrong. First of all, let me just say this. What I think is, with men already know what they want after like a few interactions with a woman. Either they want a relationship or they want a friends with benefits kind of situation. And men make it very clear what they want to you when they want something. So I feel like if you're gonna make it clear with what you want to me, and that's not a relationship and that's sex, then why can't I tell you the things that I need? You know what I mean? Like in terms of money. Like, I feel like as soon as you bring up money to a man, now it's, oh, I'm a and now I'm a gold digger, now I'm this and I'm that. But you want me to give you the most vulnerable part of myself, right? Whenever you want to, but you don't want to feel like you have to do anything for me. Like, I think that that's really, really crazy. And I think that has to stop. I think that 2018 up until now has been like women reinventing themselves and discovering that we can't tolerate that anymore. And the reason that I titled this video Add Tax is because you have to add tax at the end of the day. This is the way that I think about it. If I'm dealing with a man and he's helping me out, he's giving me money, he's paying my bills, whatever, basically that's a return on my investment. That's all that is, because I've invested in my education. I invest in my health and my physicality because I work out every day. I make sure I eat right. I invest in my spiritual health. I invest in my mental health. So why would I deal with somebody who isn't going to give me a return on my investment? That makes no sense to me. And it also makes no sense that men feel like they can deal with you in any capacity that they want to, and that they don't have to do anything. That's absolutely crazy. Because y'all, these niggas been dogging us for 25,000 years. They've been dogging us since the beginning of the time and before that and some other. So why am I going to deal with somebody who I know has the potential to do that and not demand more, or not like that's crazy. Like, I remember I saw Sukiyana, she made a video the other day, And people was coming at her because she's very like out there with her sexuality, like she doesn't care, none of that, which is fine. And people feel like, oh well, she doesn't have any self-respect, she's, you know, I don't know, she's a bad example to our children, this and that. At the end of the day, you want to know what I think not having self-respect is? And I agree with her. Not having self-respect is dealing with somebody who is gonna use and abuse you and not do anything for you. Like, you go out with a man all day, right? You're with him, you're giving him all of your time, you're giving him your body, your this, your that, and what are you getting? He can't even feed you. Like, I don't understand it, and I don't see why people think that's a problem. Like, I think that if you're gonna deal with, and I just think that that's really fundamental and foundational too. Like it's just common courtesy and common decency to be like, this is the person that I'm sleeping with. The least I can do is make sure that she's good. So for all of y'all, it's just so funny to me because I really feel like I'm speaking to somebody right now. Like, I know a lot of women watch my channel, but I know men watch my videos as well. Like, to all my men that are watching this, if you're broke, just say that. Like, if you're broke, just say that. Just say, I'm broke and I can't afford to do anything for you, instead of pretending like it's a crime for me to ask you to help me when that's what you should be doing anyway. Like, I don't understand that. I'm the type of person, I absolutely, like, if y'all want to know what works for me, I'm not dealing with anybody who isn't doing anything for me. I'm just not doing. I'm not dealing with nobody that's gonna come in and waste my time. Like, I can be broke by myself. Why am I gonna get with somebody and be even more broke? I don't get that. And you wanna know what also baffles me too? Let me figure out a way to code this so that it doesn't sound crazy. It is especially frustrating. Let me just use all the adjectives I feel like I can just think of right now. It is especially frustrating, alarming, overwhelmingly bad, horrendous, egregious, disheartening, immeasurably upsetting, repulsive. Did I already say repulsive? Confusing, flummoxing. Like, I could literally go on with adjectives. Like, it is all of those things. When men, especially, like, when they want to come into your, not come like that, but like when they want to be able to have access to your garden with nothing on, and then still expect not to have to do anything for you. Like, that is I think that is the most unfathomable part about it, is that. And I know a lot of y'all are gonna say, well, we don't expect anything, or we think that, you know, sex should be a situation where we both do it because we both want to do it. Yeah, okay, that's fine, but at the end of the day, like, if I'm dealing with exclusively you, sex doesn't pay the bills. Sex doesn't make my stomach stop touching my back when I'm hungry. Sex doesn't do any of that. And I hate it when people try to make it seem like I am just a firm believer that if it's just supposed to be a sex, y'all, I just can't. If it's just supposed to be a sexual relationship, it's not just gonna be a sexual relationship unless that person is literally coming to you or you're going to them just to have sex and y'all don't talk about anything else ever. That's the only way it's only going to be a sexual relationship. Other than that, if you're dealing with that person in any other capacity, it's still a relationship. You just haven't put a title on it. You know what I mean? And so if we're saying that this is just a sexual relationship, but we're talking on the phone all day and we, you know what I'm saying, meeting up and we doing all of this other stuff, it's not just sex. And why are you spending that much time with somebody who you don't care about, who you can't make sure you're good? I'm gonna give you a prime example. My friend, right? She has this guy that she's dealing with, and this man, he is about all things sex. Like, every other hour, a chance that he can get, he is at her apartment, busting it down. Any chance that he can get. One day, we were at, cause I had went to Maryland for my birthday, and like the parking at the hotel that we were at was crazy, right? So she kept getting parking tickets, and so she called him, and because she had accumulated like $80 in parking tickets, and she called him and she was like, hey, person that I'm dealing with, she was like, hey, I have about $80 in parking tickets and I was wondering if you could help me pay them. You want to know what he said? It's just so funny. I know y'all are probably like, get to it, but it's just so funny because he was like, well, I have to ask my friends if it's okay if I give you this money because I'm really careful with my money and how I give it out. What? What is that? What is that? That doesn't make any sense to me, because if she had that same energy when it came to sex, it would be a problem. If she was like, oh, well, I don't know if we should be having sex because it's not right, he wouldn't stay around. Like, this double standard thing is just so crazy to me. Like, I am literally out of my mind. Like, to be very honest with y'all, any other time I talk about this, I'm not laughing. It's just so funny to me, like how men feel like. Okay, and I will say this. A lot of men have the argument. They're like, well, it's like, okay, because let me just say this. First of all, let me say this. I don't think you guys understand. I'm talking to my men right now. I don't think you guys understand like the value of women. Like, we are literally procreators. Obviously, we need you guys to help us create lives, but we are the ones who carry the children. We are the ones who bear the children. We are the ones who have all of the physical repercussions from childbirth. Like, we're the ones who do that. So why do you feel like you can disrespect? Why do you feel like you can take advantage of and all these other terrible things? Why do you feel like you can do that and then not have to be called out on it? Like, I just think that that's crazy. I think that this is our time to rise up and take our power back, honestly. And I'm all here for it. I'm all here for people like Sukiyana, Cardi, Trina, Megan, all of them. Like, all of y'all want to call that stuff stripper rap, and they're not valuing themselves. What about the niggas that's rapping about the same stuff? They literally rap about these same stuff. But y'all don't have that same energy with them. Why? Because it's okay for men to do it? Bye. You want to call me up? You want to know something? If you want to be able to have sex with a woman for free, you could go right on Kinsman, or you could go right up to Harlem, or you could go to any other corner, and you can get one of those women outside and have sex with them for no reason. Because listen, and that's okay too. I don't bash sex workers. That's fine. What I'm saying though is that if you want to deal with a woman in that capacity, those are the kind of women that you're going to get. You're not going to be able to take up somebody's time like myself, who is about to have a master's degree, who lives on her own, I pay all my own bills, who invests in herself. You're not going to be able to deal with me at that capacity. Like, I don't understand it. I don't know why y'all think that's okay. I just don't get it. Like, I've had so many situations with men, because y'all know me. Like, I like to meet people. Like, I have no shame in my game. Like, I like to meet people on Bumble. I like to meet people on Tinder. I like to just meet people on the internet, because how else am I supposed to meet people, especially in the day of COVID? Like, how am I supposed to meet people? The club? Church? Niggas don't even go to church. This is what I was saying. I've met so many people on these dating apps that, because a lot of people think that dating apps like Tinder and Bumble are only for sex, but there are people on there that really just, want to find somebody to have a genuine relationship with. But, yeah, I've met so many men that will, like, after, hey, how are you? How you doing? We'll jump right into, okay. I will give you a prime example. I met this guy, and he was, he did the formal, hey, how you doing, whatever, but it didn't take very long until he revealed himself, and I could see exactly what he was trying to do. And he was like, I can do this to you, I can do that, I can this, that, and the third, and this, and that, right? So I had no intention on doing anything sex-like with him. I just wanted to see, sometimes I just like to see where men's minds are. And so I was just like, okay, well, what, I can't remember how I said it, but I was basically like, if we're gonna become intimate, I definitely need to, like, I need to know what you're gonna do for me. Like, how are you gonna help me out financially? And he said, I'm not a sugar daddy. So then what do you think I am? Like, he was really offended. Like, he was really like, you need to get a job if that's what you want. You need to do this, you do that. And in my profile, it specifically says, I am not looking for a hookup. It very explicitly, specifically, it says that right there. Like right after you see my picture, it says, I am not looking for a hookup. So I know you saw it. So for you to, like, and I know a lot of men that find like they're really proud of, and they find like a lot of joy in being able to say, I take care of my woman, I make sure she's good, because when you take care of your woman takes care of you. And that's just that on that. When you make sure that your woman is happy, she makes sure that you're good too. Now I will say this, I used to be in a position where I thought that as long as I met somebody with a lot of money, I would be happy, because I was just encountering every broke. I want to stop saying the N-word because I know I'm gonna have to bleep it out, but I just felt like I kept encountering like every broke man in the world that there ever was. Like every chance that I got, any man that I dealt with was broke. So I felt like, well, if I meet somebody who has a lot of money, then I won't care about anything else. Wrong. I couldn't have been more wrong. I think that at this point in my life, like if I'm gonna, like, I don't want a relationship right now because I'm trying to focus on my career and like trying not to be average anymore. But whoever I deal with on a romantic level has to be invested in my financial well-being. Like they have to be invested in my financial okayness. Because other than that, like I just can't deal with it. I really can't. Like I'm not dealing with selfish men. I'm not dealing with broke men. I'm not dealing with you gotta work for it, men. I'm not doing that anymore. And you shouldn't either. You should boss up and take your time and your resources back and your kitty back, and stop letting these use you. Like stop letting it make you feel like, oh, because he got good this and that shit don't get nothing done. It gets nothing done. Because then you get done with doing that and all them bills is still due. All of those bills is still due and you still hungry. So I just don't get that. Yeah, you can get a job, but if you're dealing with somebody, you having sex with them, they should definitely be helping you out. That's how I feel about it. So, what I'm going to say before I get out of here is this. I had to lean in slow because, y'all, this is the second time I made this video. And the first time I made it, the corners of my eyelashes was lifting up. I hate it when that happens. And I didn't want y'all to not take me seriously and be like, in the comments, oh, her eyelashes is lifting up. But listen, make sure you guys like and comment, subscribe, and click the post notifications bell, and stay with me on this journey because we're on the road to monetization. And it's going to happen. And you're going to want to be here when it happens. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.